Yeah, so this is just a festival of um, junior high schoolers. That's like the purpose is for youth sports festival, where we cover over 10 sporting disciplines from soccer, rugby, there's dance festival, and then there's arts as well.
Okay.
And so it's not just sports, although sports is more like the bigger part of the activity, but there's arts, there's dance also involved. Yeah.
And this is the 2024 edition.
Yes, please.
How long has it been around?
This is actually the 10th year since this event has been running. This is 10th year.
10 years?
Yes, 10 years.
Ghana Interschool Festival.
Ghana Interschool Festival. This is the 10th year, and it's the biggest so far. That runs at the capacity that it runs, to manage football, basketball, tennis, volleyball, athletics, swimming. And so it's actually big. If you look at it, that's more like an Olympic standard kind of event.
Wait a minute. Running. 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Who dreamt up this dream here, brought up this whole concept to be?
It started with Anel and Aisha and Alex. So simply Anel Sporting. So they started this whole initiative and they built it up with consistency from ground up. And currently we have over 14 Cambridge and IBS schools. We have over 10 GES schools involved. So there's a potential to expand with schools that are participating, and then also expand the sports disciplines, the add-ons. After this year's event, we've been contacted by the Cycling Federation, the Rugby Federation, and then the Esports Federation as well. So we are looking to add on, improve better sports practices, whilst we listen to the advice of the various federations that are supporting the agenda. We have massive support from the GFA, the Ghana Basketball Federation, of which I'm part of, the swimming, and you can name them as many sports that they are. Yeah.
Interesting. 10 years.
10 years.
And how come this is the first time I'm hearing of it?
Yeah.
I have to be so old school, yeah? Because I never heard of this before. 10 years, but that's impressive.
Yeah.
If you've done it for 10 years, it means this, we can say it's here to stay.
It's here to stay. It's here to stay.
And so how has it grown over the years?
So we started with just 4 GES schools, and each year we kept inviting some more schools. Staying consistent is what has kept us, gotten us to see this growth that we are seeing. And so the big heads, Alex and Aisha, Anel, they have been very, very, very instrumental in the growth of this event. And we've had to move from one venue to the other because of the capacity of sports that we've had to run. So we've moved around a lot.
Oh, okay.
and we've realized that there's a deficit, and we believe that with time, this is an eye opener also for people to invest in sports facilities, that can accommodate multiple disciplines. And currently, we hosted our current event at the Boteman Sports Complex, right after the Africa Games.
Okay.
And so currently, as it stands now, they have the capacity for what we are trying to do, although we still would love that some additions will be added, because when you're managing a discipline like soccer and you have one football pitch and you have to run boys, you have to run girls, so that
it even extends the events, right?
Exactly.
You could spend a whole day there if you had multiples.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
understand. Oh, wow. How is this event financed?
So we have a good relationship with some corporate bodies. The actual mission is to partner with corporate bodies to be able to get this thing done with, So, the state of sports in the country, and we need all hands on board, from the media to the brands to the federations, which we are trying to build that relationship as we go up. Yeah.
Is there a way by which you follow up on the talents that are on earth at this event? I'm asking this because if 10 years ago you discovered somebody, where's the person now 10 years down the line? Or maybe even if it doesn't happen, are there plans going forward where you'll be able to, because I think for corporate bodies, success stories always sells. So if you went to them and say it was at our event that this person or that person was discovered and the person has gone on to become a national athlete or a national footballer or something. I mean, this week football is really not in the best of mood, so you wouldn't want to go there. But what has been the success stories over the years for the GIF?
We've had some talents be able to make it out of the country. For this year's edition, for instance, we had Isaac Fatao present the award for best player in the soccer division. So it's a big pool of talents that the kids travel outside and then they get opportunities to grow. It's just that it's a long stretch, and when we are dealing with them from this age, we have to continue to keep an eye out. And it's not just one discipline. We do it for the over the 10 disciplines that we're running. So yes, we have system in place. We have the records to keep track and say that okay, this is where someone has ended up in. But because it's a big pool, some of them also reach out and say, hey, I was in part of your event at this time, and this is where I am now, and there are success stories to it, and we've been glad that it's been a blessing to do this.
Why is Fatal associated with this?
I think that there's a big part of giving back to sports, being that grassroots is like a big thing. We currently don't know who the next Kudus will be.
Kudus missed the penalty, so use another example.
we don't know who the next we don't know who the next best star player will be in Ghana. Yeah. But it's events such as these that would we have to keep an eye out for, And so this is where when the big boys who have earned it come back and say, we want to support what you're doing, because it's from these type of events that we're going to get the next generation of athletes.
And it's over how many days?
So for this edition, we ran it for 2 days, 2 Saturdays. We did same for the Cambridge and an IBS school, and then for the GES schools, we were able to run it for a day. We hosted it on the 2nd at the Baltimore Sports Complex, and then on the 9th at the University of Ghana, where we did.
That was for this year?
For this year, November. It's held twice in a year. March and November. And we continue to put together feedback, data from the coaches, from the schools, what the challenges are, so we can better improve. And so because we have March and November, what we are looking to add on or explore is to have group stages and qualifiers played in March, where we can say that in November we're going to go into the quarterfinals, semifinals. And so we can still have the same number of participating schools in there. Yeah.
And how do you reach out to these schools?
We go there in person.
Yes,
we go there from start. It was like
but
that.
These schools are currently dispersed all over Accra.
Very dispersed. We have Legacy Girls, Ghana Christian High. They're not all so close. But the kids and it's a community that we're building, and the kids love the atmosphere of meeting their friends from far away, and so this creates more of like a reunion for them, And so this helps for us to say, hey, we get to meet our friends who is here and there for maybe this number of times in a year. So I mean, it adds up to the fun of the event also. Yeah.
It's the Ghana Interschools Festival, GIF 2024, and it features, among other things, football. There is also painting, there's swimming, and why is dance in it?
Dance is a new thing now. Like, I mean, when you go on social media, promotion of brands, promotion of product services, there's always.
I think dance was even at the Olympics this year.
Exactly. Yeah. Freestyle dancing was
freestyle
yes, exactly. And so dance is actually considered a sport, and it's growing for that matter. And so we felt that we shouldn't leave that out. And because it's a festival, I mean, when someone mentions a festival, sports won't come to mind first usually. Yeah. You kind of think of music and dance. And so dance has been a great part of what we've been trying to push as well. So yes, that's why we have dancing there.
If you take football and other sports,
okay,
it's easily to determine who won.
Okay.
So how are you determining who wins the arts and all that?
Okay, so we have panelists, a team of judges,
Okay.
where we have them do this jury and then look at what the best arts are. Again, to improve on this, what we are looking to do is to, in addition, add on and say, probably let's have our artwork geared towards pushing a certain agenda.
Okay.
Let's say what is happening now. We have people like the Bastard Boys trying to push sanitation. So probably we can say, let's have our arts project sanitation in
Okay.
Accra, things
Okay.
of that nature. And so we have a panelist. And now that you mentioned it, maybe in the future we can look at inviting you to be part of our arts.
Yeah, I'm wondering how the winners are, and what are the prizes that winners take home with?
So they are
Apart from the bragging rights.
there's cash prizes. When you check on the GIF pages, you notice that the awards are there. Brand supporters with products. We have cash prizes. We have trophies, medals for the winning teams and participating schools, MVPs equally. So yes, we are looking. I mean, the more the brands come and support what we're doing, the more we are able to give back to the schools and then the various athletes as well.
Okay, it's the Ghana Interschools Festival. And Daniel is here. We're having a good conversation in this very space. I haven't heard of it, I must confess, but it sounds quite exciting. And I'm sure the students are having a good time. In the days when students used to congregate, in my days, in Tako and in Tazonals and all that, those were good days, but I don't know what is happening. So it is good that we have an organization like yours that is pushing this agenda. When is it starting? Where are we supposed to be? Can you give us a rundown?
So to follow our activities on social media, just follow Ghana Interschool Festival at Ghana Interschool Festival on Instagram. It's the same on Facebook. It's the same on TikTok. And now this event happens in March and in November. We are exploring the dates in March. We've understand over the years that these are the timelines that actually work for the schools that fit into their overall annual calendar. And so March and then November each year. And the exact dates would be communicated on our platforms and then to the schools as well. And what we do is, like I said earlier, moving into next year, we're going to look at playing the qualifiers in March, and then we're going to enter into the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals in November. So
this year's, this November's own has not been set?
Has ended, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we had it run from 2nd November, 9th November. That was for the Cambridge and IBS. And then the GS event was just last Saturday, 16th November.
Is there a reason why they are not mixed?
That would have to be with timelines and the sporting disciplines that people can engage in and all that, And so we are discovering and we are learning what sports looks like on the GS side and what's supposed to look like on the Cambridge and IBS side, So this vast difference gets us to say, okay, right, let's do it this way until we grow it to a stage where we know that, okay, we can have a grand, big national. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
It's the Ghana Interschools Festival. It's coming up in March and then November as well. Thank you so much. Listeners,
Thank you very much.
Coming back, it's a conversation on tourism. Susanna Williams will